I mean, look at half the comments on my Dax video. But to be fair, there was some reason for that. Quideka even told me, most of the YouTube rappers do suck, let's be honest. In the YouTube rap era you brought up, for example, I think the standards for what constituted a good drop was defined by the scene itself rather than a larger music listening population. And that is what contributed to an echo chamber of a lot of bad quality. If you check the boxes on paper for being a good rapper, the box checking of good song was optional. This kind of stuff happens in almost all scenes though. So because of all this, the term YouTube rapper was born. It's similar to the TikTok rapper label or any other label that you may see. It isn't always looked on with the most respect from mainstream music fans. Hip Hop Madness even described it as a curse. I asked Quideka what he thought about this label and whether or not he thought the fans took the artists as seriously as they should have, and he said, I honestly feel like people took the artists as seriously as they should have. It was low-key the YouTube audience taking some of the stuff more seriously than it needed to be. Many times to the detriment of the artistry because fans would hype up acceptable mid as the second coming of Jesus, and so none of the artists felt pressure to evolve the songwriters. And this is a theme that we will 100% explore in this video. It seems there are two paths that YouTube rappers generally take, either getting successful enough to pivot into more mainstream music, or getting stuck with a label that forever brands you as another YouTube rapper. Regardless, thank you to Quideka's insight. I think we have a decent understanding of the whole YouTube rap scene, or whatever you want to call it. And of course, shout out to Quideka. I got a section on him in this video, but I appreciate his help. And like he said, diss tracks in part paved the way for the YouTube rap era. So of course we can't leave out Mr. Diss Track himself, RiceGum. To some, RiceGum may be viewed as the definition of a YouTube rapper, and to others he was just a guy who made diss tracks. But RiceGum definitely paved the way for many YouTube rappers to come. RiceGum's career started with his live streams where he would play Call of Duty, go on Omegle, and chat with girls like Mia Khalifa. He was actually pretty entertaining and he began gathering a small audience. He then started posting on YouTube regularly in 2014, mostly making content for his viewers from his streams while he was still just in high school. RiceGum later began posting videos of him reacting to weird random content like kissing pranks, for example. And then he uploaded his life-changing video, These Kids Must Be Stopped. After uploading this video, in the first 4 months of 2016, he went from 100,000 subscribers to 1 million, and he would continue to grow rapidly. After beefing with a bunch of Musical.ly kids for a while, he did something that would not only change his career, but YouTube in general. He released his first ever diss track directed towards Jacob Sartorius. By no means was this diss track good, but you could tell he wasn't taking himself too seriously and was just having fun. RiceGum didn't start diss tracks, of course, but he really popularized them and spearheaded the trend that would dominate YouTube throughout the mid-2010s. A large chunk of his content became him beefing with random people online, which most of them were kids, and making funny little diss tracks in each video, accompanied with skits and some pretty entertaining jokes.
Big ego, but not bigger than your nipples. Why draw that shit looking hella strong though? 1 mil, get the nudes, then we gone, ho.
As he continued posting diss tracks and growing his fan base, he had a bigger budget and more resources to make bigger and better diss tracks. His beats got better, his flows got better, his lyrics got better, his production, mixing, and music videos all got better. Now, I'm not saying he was really good, don't get me wrong, but the quality had definitely improved a lot. I think all of this culminated in his Jake Paul diss track, It's Every Night Sis. This was his best diss track yet, and the first one he had released on streaming services. He got nearly 200 million views on YouTube, debuted at 80 on the Billboard Hot 100, and eventually it went platinum.
But, I don't know, man. Platinum song based off of a totally awful track. One of the worst songs of last year. And now, in less than a year later, it's platinum. 1 million sales.
I mean, a YouTuber going platinum is insane, especially RiceGum. But this is something you'll see continuously throughout this video, and it's that YouTube is giving a lot of people a platform to help them break into the music industry, making it way more easy than it was before. And like I said, it seemed as if RiceGum spearheaded the diss track movement, because other YouTubers quickly followed in his footsteps, making diss tracks and rap songs in general on their YouTube channel. But shortly after all of this success, he would get involved in 3 different controversies that seemed to cause him to take a hiatus. The first, of course, is when iDubbbz made his 30-minute content cop on RiceGum, and then followed it up with a diss track. I'm not going to touch on this too much because it's pretty well known and doesn't pertain a lot to his music career, but iDubbbz caused RiceGum to lose a ton of fans and pointed out a ton of problems with RiceGum's content. Most of his main critiques were the facts that RiceGum seemed to flex a lot on his viewers, didn't seem like a good person in general, did a bunch of other bad stuff, and made some fairly controversial comments to a woman on Twitter. RiceGum, of course, responded with a diss track, and it received a whopping 1.4 million million dislikes. He continued posting content that a lot of fans weren't super big on. It was just vlogs showing off the expensive things he bought recently, weird challenges, and things along those lines. A big departure from what he used to post. It began to cross over into those big clickbaity videos from this time, like the one where he nailed himself in a box. And he also posted a ton of other videos just baiting with hot girls. In 2017, RiceGum released his first song that wasn't really even a diss track, and it was called Naughty or Nice. There was a couple lines in this track directed towards Jake Paul, but other than that, it was just a Christmas song. With how successful his diss tracks like Every Night Sis and the ones that followed were, it almost seemed like RiceGum wanted to start releasing real music. He also released a song called Fortnite and Chill that was just a song about Fortnite, and it wasn't very well received. And then he got into another scandal where he was sponsored by a gambling site and then made a video about it as if he wasn't sponsored, promoting it to his young audience, which caused even more hate. Regardless of the scandals though, this was not the end of RiceGum. In early 2020, he started teasing music as if he was a real musician rather than a YouTuber who makes diss tracks. Then he proceeded to release 2 songs that again were just regular songs and not diss tracks, and they didn't do too great. Now there's a lot of debate about whether or not RiceGum was actually trying to start a real music career, but I'm assuming the thought crossed his mind as he was dropping real songs rather than just diss tracks on his YouTube channel. But what really seemed to finish off his music career is when he had some beef with KSI, and KSI pretty much ended RiceGum's music career. RiceGum and KSI were beefing over a variety of things, including whose music was better. So then KSI posted a video called Proof RiceGum Doesn't Write Most of His Music, in which he showed how RiceGum, well, doesn't write most of his music. And RiceGum had mentioned that he had some help here and there, but this video showed he hardly wrote anything.
This is the songwriting registry page. This is a good way to find out if someone actually writes them. As you can see, RiceGum isn't in the writers list. Frick the police. As you can see, RiceGum isn't a writer here. Your church. As you can see, RiceGum isn't a writer here.
RiceGum has not released a single song since that video was released in June of 2020. And shortly after the KSI beef, he stopped uploading YouTube videos in general. But then something happened that I think changed a lot of people's perspectives on RiceGum. On April 27th of 2023, he posted a video titled Baby Girl, in which he showed his journey with his girl through her pregnancy, and then said that the baby lost her heartbeat, and they still to this day don't know why. The tragedy of this event seems to have really humanized RiceGum to people online, in a sense, and I'm sure he did a lot of maturing following this event as well. Around this time, Rice returned to streaming on occasion, and seems like he has returned to his roots of making more chill, funny content on stream.
Yeah, man. Yo, guys, I took some time off, just figuring it out, man. Life isn't easy, man. Like, I'm trying to figure out my life, man. You know, I took some time, was figuring some stuff out, but we came running back. I appreciate you guys not being like, oh, now he want to run back to us after, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys actually been welcoming me, being very nice.
RiceGum isn't releasing music anymore and seems to just be living his life. He signed a deal with Rumble Streaming, streamed with them for a while, and seems to be taking another break from streaming. Regardless, his music career, although it was short-lived, was extremely successful and really set the tone for the rest of the YouTube rapper community. And speaking of RiceGum's beef with KSI, KSI is another YouTube musician who has had quite the interesting career. KSI is a man of many faces, a YouTuber, boxer, entrepreneur, and also a musician. He was another YouTuber who hopped on the music wave, although he was really early to be fair, and eventually he decided to take it seriously. KSI is one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform, and he's been doing it for longer than most. He started his first channel, G-Day Jr. in 2008, and posted some FIFA videos, and actually his first rap song ever about chemistry that he made for school. He then made the KSI channel, did a rap about Modern Warfare, which I guess is his second song, and at this time he only had about 50 subscribers. But it's obvious he had a love for music and liked to infuse his comedy in it. He started with FIFA videos, then did different types of gaming videos, moved on to comedy videos, and continued doing tons of different things throughout his very vast career. Like I said, KSI was rapping early on in his career, but it wasn't really serious. He was just doing it more so for fun. One of KSI's earliest songs that could be considered a serious one is when he featured on a song by Sway called No Sleep. He then later signed to Sway's record label, Decipher Productions. His first official rap song was Lamborghini in 2015, and it hit number 30 on the UK singles charts. Again, it wasn't a very serious song, and it wasn't taken too seriously, but it was a fun song, and fans clearly liked to listen to it. He continued releasing a few EPs and singles, but again, he wasn't really known for his music, and people that did know his music didn't take it very seriously, like I mentioned earlier. He even said himself that music was just a hobby that he did alongside his videos. But like I said, KSI was signed to a label which allowed him to get features from artists like Waka Flocka, Stefflon Don, JME, and more. In 2017, KSI and the Sidemen had a fake beef / real beef in which they made a lot of diss tracks on each other. The diss tracks were getting getting tons of views and they were making a ton of money. And of course, this was during the diss track era of YouTube, which KSI obviously had to take part of. He dissed Logan Paul, Quedeca, and more. In terms of his music, he was probably most known for his diss tracks and less serious songs, leading people to see him as more of a YouTube rapper like we discussed earlier. He continued putting out music from 2017 to 2019, and even signed another record deal with RBC Records and BMG in November. They wanted to take his music to the next level and further develop his music career in the US and internationally. And I think it was when he signed to this label that people began to take his music career more seriously.
I'm kind of now at a point where I'm able to really find my sound, make good music, and I'm happy with the music I'm producing. Now I can just put more stuff out, put more content out, and work with people that I never thought I'd be able to work with. And
there is
really,
much left to do. We need to match the raw strength of Anzarex.
He began releasing singles in preparation for his 2020 debut studio album, Dissimulation, which had a ton of features from mainstream artists like Offset, Trippie Redd, Lil Baby, Rick Ross, AJ Tracy, and many more. The album debuted at #2 on the UK charts, and eventually it was certified gold. Since releasing that album, he released his album All Over the Place in 2021, and has had 6 songs chart in the top 5. On his 2021 project, he had features from Future, 21 Savage, Lil Durk, and even Lil Wayne. Who would have thought KSI would be getting features from Lil Wayne, man? It is crazy. His work under his new record label was taken much more seriously because of the subject matter, the quality, and the features. Nowadays, I think a lot of people, especially in the United States, don't really see KSI as a rapper. They know him mostly from Prime, boxing, and YouTube. But I don't think people realize how insanely successful KSI is in the UK. He's chart-topping, multi-platinum, and his songs are even on the radio. Someone even commented on a different video where I talked about KSI, and they said, the amount of times JJ is on the radio in the UK is outrageous. His numbers are up there with other popular UK rappers like Skepta and Stormzy. And I'm not gonna lie, songs like Madness are pretty good, so I think he's a pretty solid artist. Following the success of his album All Over the Place and the hit song Don't Play With Anne Marie, KSI signed a deal with Atlantic Records. Most recently, he's released only a few tracks like Easy, Voices with Oliver Tree, Summer, and a couple more. His last song, though, was released in 2023, and he seems to be more focused on boxing, the Misfits, Prime, and things along those lines. But because he signed to a major label, it has a lot of people wondering why he hasn't been releasing music ever since he signed. I mean, they probably want their signee to make them some money. However, at the same time, Atlantic has had a rough history with a lot of their artists, and I honestly want to make a video on it, so if you're interested, let me know down below. But part of the reason he hasn't been releasing music may be because his album was leaked recently, and allegedly one of the tracks even had some Billie Eilish vocals. And this leak and other issues may play into the reason why he hasn't been releasing music. In some since deleted tweets, he said, well, whole album been leaked, LMAO, so if you don't get any more music from me for a while, you know why. So who knows if he plans on returning to music after having the album that he's worked for so long on be leaked. There are also theories that his record label is holding him back, which is definitely a possibility. Regardless though, he has been extremely successful. Another YouTube rapper who got heavily stuck with the YouTube rapper label and never was really to break out of it like KSI was is Token. Token is one of the poster boys for YouTube rap. I mean, his biggest song is literally called YouTube Rapper, but he has faced the corny YouTube rapper allegations more than anyone else in this video. So here's why. Token is a rapper who never really even was a YouTuber. Ever since a young age, he wrote poetry and always wanted to be a rapper. His friend encouraged him to start posting his music on YouTube when he was young. And he was even doing things like ciphers and stuff in real life, trying to grow his career when he was just a kid.
At first it was locally. At first I was like doing like ciphers in Boston and shit, but that didn't really people didn't hear my name.
Tough to emerge from that.
Yeah.
That world hasn't exactly
yeah,
produced a ton of stars over the years.
For real.
He switched his name to Token and then started posting music videos on YouTube when he was just 14 years old. His video No Sucka's MC contest started blowing up in late 2015, and Token was finally getting some traction, with that video in particular getting 500,000 views in just 3 days. And somehow he got the attention of a bunch of famous people, including Mark Wahlberg, which that's just really random and crazy. If you look at his channel from this period, everything he was putting out, all of his original music, was blowing up and doing very well. He was blowing up so much that he even got on Sway in the Morning.
All I ever wanted was OG to say I'm ill. Started with a learning disorder, look what I built. Daddy wanted to be a singer, that was his aim. I see the bigger picture, I'm carrying him on stage.
Token was one of the top dogs of the YouTube rap era, and despite him not being as involved in the community as other rappers during this time, he was primarily releasing music on YouTube. However, I think it's clear that he never wanted to be a YouTube rapper, despite that being where most of his fans were. And I think this bothered him a little bit, because on the song YouTube Rapper with Tech9, he said, I get way too much to be a YouTube rapper. The way I built this from the YouTube, and "No more YouTube rap, goodbye." He ended that song with that last line, and that makes me think he was trying to break out of the YouTube rapper box around that time. I mean, he had a Tech 9 feature and was even headlining his own tour. This was during the prime YouTube rapper era though, and like we talked about earlier, a lot of people thought Token was somewhat corny. They placed him into a similar box as people like Hobson, Dax, or Logic, which really seemed to bug him, so he wanted to prove them wrong. In 2018, he released his mixtape Between Somewhere with features from mainstream artists like IDK and Boz, and this was really when he was killing it, with every single he released hitting millions of plays on YouTube. Over the years, he's been making an effort to break into more of a mainstream audience. For example, it seems like he's been steering away from the lyrical schmirical type of raps and trying to differentiate his sound. He's also been getting features from more mainstream artists such as Rico Nasty, Lil Skies, JID, Benny the Butcher, and more. But despite these efforts to escape the YouTube rapper label, it seems like there's a few things that are holding him back. Token lately has seemed to have reverted back to doing some of the YouTube rapper style of content, where he's posting remixes of songs and riding trends. I mean, he's doing things like making songs called So Trump, where he made a song about Trump getting shot, which many people find corny, and I think that's pretty understandable. And need I speak on his latest track, Hawk Tua Freestyle? You can't get away with that. You can't. So like I said, because of things like this, people find him corny. And I can't find it, but I saw a viral tweet like a year ago, and everyone was like calling him super lame because he was doing one of these type of videos. And honestly, I felt bad for him because everyone was clowning on him. So this label has clearly stuck with him. And I can understand where the people are coming from. Like I covered in my Dax video, when you are still doing these song remixes, it isn't taken as seriously as when you're releasing your own music with mainstream artists, and it's a bit more original, and you're trying a bit harder with the lyrics. But it does seem like Token's doing well for himself as an independent artist. He has a solid fan base and is definitely able to make a living for himself through his music, but the corny allegations have followed him as he's been stuck in his YouTube rapper ways as of late. And another person that has struggled heavily with the corny allegations is our boy DDG. DDG is one of the poster boys for rappers who made it on YouTube, and his career since making music has been nothing short of interesting. DDG started making videos while in high school back in 2014. His first ever channel was a gaming channel, but that didn't last long as he quickly moved on to vlogs. He was then gifted a camera to film a trip he was taking, and that was one of the first videos he ever posted. He started making skits, and after he graduated his class as valedictorian, which I'm sure he needs you to know that, he went to college and began making vlogs. DDG said he was just having fun with it and wasn't really trying to blow up. However, that would all change when he reacted to the song Itchy Ma by Keith 8. He made this reaction in 2015, and it really kickstarted his career. He was gaining tens of thousands of subscribers and really saw YouTube as an opportunity. When he went to college, he started filming vlogs with his girlfriend at the time, and a lot of his videos with her, especially the pranks, helped him to blow up even more. Around this time, he also decided to start posting music. Some were diss tracks and some were more serious. Once he started making money, he dropped out of school and pursued YouTube. At this point, DDG was really a YouTuber that did everything. He was doing vlogs, games, reactions, pranks, and much more. People really loved his personality and connected with him, so he developed a huge fan base. He also was posting music, and in 2017 posted his Lil Yachty diss track, which went super viral and was one of his biggest videos. DDG also did a bunch of diss tracks for fun, as it was the diss track era of YouTube, and fans loved it. But it was also around this time that the adpocalypse hit, and DDG wanted to find a more secure income, so he decided to commit to music. DDG made a separate YouTube account for his music. He said that he had always been into and around music. His dad was even an engineer and had a home studio. But DDG really started taking music seriously in 2017. Because he was already popular, he was able to collaborate with well-known artists like Famous Dex, Young Nudie, G Herbo, and more. He even released an album called Take Me Serious, so he obviously wanted to be taken serious. He started posting his music on WorldStar to help establish himself as a real artist. He had songs like Gavinci and Lettuce that showed a huge step up in his quality. He continued posting music, dropped an album called Valedictorian, because if you didn't know that by now, DDG was a valedictorian. And then in 2020, he released his hit song Moonwalkin' in Calabasas. This song went crazy, and he even got a remix with Blueface that helped it go crazier. The song itself even went 2 times platinum. Despite his success, something was holding him back as a rapper, or at least that's what he thought. DDG has been very open about how he thinks that being a YouTuber can mess up his image as a rapper, and it seemed like he was disheartened about it.
They knew me as this goofy, as this corny, or as this chill, you know, whatever they stem me as from watching my videos. So when they see me going for music seriously, they like, oh, he just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I got that feedback a lot, you know. And it was frustrating because I'm like, no, I'm not, you know, I'm really doing this. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm talented.
On June 15th of 2021, he announced that he was retiring from YouTube and privated all of his videos. Again, like I said, the reason for this was to really solidify his image as an artist. Like I've said, being a YouTuber can cause some issues when it comes to having a cool, mysterious artist image, and that's exactly what he wanted.
I want some type of mystery to my life. You know what I mean? Like, you got to know me over 6 years. We damn near related.
I mean, think of Joji, for example, who was a YouTuber and then completely detached himself from his YouTube past to the point where a lot of his fans now have no idea he was even a YouTuber. Or they do, but like it's such a distant memory and his music's so good they don't really even care. That's what DDG was trying to do. That same year, he even went on to become a XXL freshman, which really helped him solidify himself as a serious artist. But this was all short-lived, as DDG would eventually make his return to YouTube in the following months. He actually explained that he changed his mind and wanted to make it cool to be a YouTube rapper.
I want to be a YouTube rapper now. I don't want to be a regular rapper, because these regular rappers be broke. I'm a YouTube rapper, but I'm also richer than your average rapper. I'm going to make it cool to be a YouTube rapper. I do this rap shit for fun. I ain't had to do that. I'm still clocking 6 figures a month. I ain't trying to flex. The industry is capped. This shit is not real, bro. This shit is all perception. All these niggas say they ballin', but we really scoring. I'm gonna be a TikTok rapper, Twitch rapper, YouTube rapper, whatever. But I know what I am gonna be for sure is a rich one.
So unlike most YouTuber musicians, DDG was actually very open about his stance on everything. Since then, he's released music with artists like Lil Yachty, Polo G, Gunna, and many more. He's also released a few more successful albums with a bunch of pretty successful songs on them. He has 3 gold songs, and he's been very successful in general. However, it seems that YouTube rapper label and his personality in general seems to be haunting him a little bit to this day. Hot New Hip Hop said, DDG is someone who is consistently being hit with a barrage of slander. Overall, a lot of it feels unwarranted. After all, he is mostly just a YouTuber turned rapper who doesn't start beef with a lot of artists. Instead, it seems his biggest crime is being considered corny in the eyes of some fans. Someone else on Reddit explained why they think he's corny, saying, if he wasn't so cocky or wasn't trying so hard to rid himself of his YouTube image, he would be more enjoyable. This is something he struggles with a lot, and as I was making this video, he literally just tweeted, how long y'all gonna act like my music is not good? It's finna be 2024, except I think he meant 2025. Anyways, I've seen now that he's getting involved with crypto, which is never really a good sign, so only time will tell how his career pans out. Regardless though, DDG has seen way more success than most artists ever will, let alone a YouTube rapper. And there's one more artist who's come from YouTube that I think has seen a lot of success. Not like one more in general that's seen success, I just mean like one more on this list. There's plenty of others. Let's just get to it. Obviously, I mentioned Quideka earlier, but he was one of the biggest guys from the YouTube rapper era, especially because of his viral beef with KSI, and his evolution has been very interesting. Quideka kind of started his music career before YouTube since he used to play piano a lot as a kid, but then he began making YouTube videos about FIFA in 2012, when I believe he was just 11 years old. He also uploaded a bunch of videos of him playing piano, although I think he's taken those down. He was super consistent with his FIFA videos and would even interject rapping into the videos very early on. For example, he would do it while he was commentating a match of FIFA. He was growing his fanbase a ton with his FIFA videos, eventually gaining tens of thousands of subscribers. Along with the FIFA videos, he would randomly upload rap-related videos like parodies and him rapping at McDonald's. In 2015, Quideka released his first project called Work in Progress. He also performed for a school talent show that same year. It was clear Quideka had a passion for music. However, it wouldn't be the focal point of his content until around 2017 and 2018. Up until that point, it was mostly FIFA videos with the occasional rap video which he would use to promote the music he was releasing on the side. He released his first ever music video in 2016 for his song We Music Fire, which was on the Work in Progress album I mentioned earlier. Throughout 2016 and 2017, he released a few more projects. And apart from his serious music, he was also posting diss tracks and doing other fun stuff like every other YouTuber was. Then in March of 2018, he released his first ever episode of the Styles of Rap series, where he would rap in the styles of various different artists. This video, along with the rest of the series, did very well and helped him grow his audience.
I remember that
quite
shit.
a bit, but that would be minuscule in comparison to what happened when he released his diss track on KSI. Quideka responded to a comment KSI made about him not being good, and his diss track went viral.
Quideka, if you're still watching this, or if you ever did, I even said to you that I want to make.
Of course he's watching this.
I'll make a track with him.
Me saying his fucking name is boosting him. I know shit's gonna be on Bread Badge. It might probably be on Drama Alert. I don't give a fuck, man. It's me.
So, it's kind of like the same way you're like, I'm better than you and you're better than him.
And Quidec's gonna think he's better than you.
Yeah, please.
The feud with KSI was all over the internet, and Quidecca experienced crazy growth, and honestly it's probably one of the best diss tracks from this whole diss track era. As of now, it has 39 million views, and people commenting that they still come back to it to this day. Following all of this success, he released his album Voice Memos in 2019, and it was pretty successful. He even got a Genius interview for his song Uh-Huh. Regardless, Quidecca was blowing up because of this, and combined with his styles of rap series and other popular rap-related videos he did, he was cultivating a strong fan base for his music. Quidecca was very involved with the more fast rap YouTube rapper type of scene, along with artists like Dax and Crypt, which was very popular at the time. At this point in his career, he was still both a YouTuber and a musician, and was succeeding at both. He was pulling in millions of views on every video and every song. However, in late 2019 and 2020, his uploads became much more sporadic, and he would eventually take a very big break from YouTube leading up until his next album, From Me to You, which was released in 2021. This album was very experimental and was almost entirely produced by Quidecca himself, and it was obvious that he was both evolving and transitioning as an artist. The album did very well with songs like Where Did You Go and Sisyphus, and he even got features from people like WapDad 4000, IDK, and Play That Boy Zay. Following this album, he released a few more videos that weren't music, and then he disappeared again. Apart from appearing in the occasional Hive Mind video, he seemed to be pretty much done with YouTube in preparation for his next album, I Didn't Mean to Haunt You, which was released in 2022. This was by far his best album at the time. It was very experimental, fully self-produced, and very well crafted. It was a conceptual album that was way different from his earlier music. With this project, he was able to solidify himself as an exceptional artist, cultivate himself a strong core fan base, and he even received a 7 out of 10 from Anthony Fantano, which is pretty crazy for a YouTube rapper. And he got a feature from the Danny Brown. Because of how experimental and different it was, the album wasn't quite as viral as his earlier music, but it was an opportunity for him to evolve into the amazing artist that he is today. Since then, he's released another project called Scrapyard, which actually received a 9 from Anthony Fantano, which is even crazier for a YouTube rapper. And the only non-music video that Quidecca has posted since has been a video of him reacting to Fantano's review of his album. I also want to point out that this project features Kevin Abstract on the song Texas Blue, which by the way is my favorite. You guys should check that one out. And since then, Quidecca was also able to produce the song Tennessee by Kevin Abstract and Lil Nas X. A comment on the Insecure diss track that I mentioned earlier says, this guy went from a KSI diss track to a legit artist with amazing production. Like we discussed earlier, it can be hard to break through labels, and Quidecca even told me, I will say though, in my case, it's been difficult to shake my first impression for some people, so they refuse to listen to the newer stuff at all, and that can be kind of annoying. But I would say it has less to do with YouTube and more with just being a 17-year-old who originally blew up in kind of superficial clout ways. That's just how it goes, and that's fine. It's all a trade-off. I guess my fundamental belief that motivated me back then, and that I still stand by, is that any label can be shed if you make the art so good that it's just undeniable. I was dismissed a lot for the YouTube stuff, but what I've learned is that you can't let the narrative others have projected onto you get in the way of the narrative you envision for yourself. At the end of the day, those same dismissive people will rewrite that narrative around what you've accomplished. So even though some may still be like, oh, the YouTube rapper, when they come across me, for others that has become just a funny piece of background lore for an artist who's evolved. So Quidecca has actually been one of the few YouTubers who's been able to break free of the YouTube rapper label and make his way into the music industry, working with mainstream artists in the process. And he's definitely one of my favorites to come from the YouTube platform, so make sure to check him out. In this video, I wanted to focus on some of the bigger and more successful YouTube rappers, but there were quite a few I obviously wasn't able to get to. One of the most notorious YouTube rappers out there is Dax, and I actually did an entire video documenting his careers. He was one of the main guys from this era, so if you want to hear more about that, feel free to check out the video that's on screen now. Other than that, if you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
You're comfortable with them stripping Rudy Giuliani of his law license?
Rudy Giuliani should go to jail. He went in front of multiple state legislatures and he lied. He went in front of the country and he lied. He fed into one of the largest lies that's been told. 80% of Republicans, probably you included, still think that the 2020 election was a fraud because of lies that he helped perpetuate. And he admitted that in court. When he was finally sued on these things, he said, yeah, I lied, but it's my First Amendment right to lie.
I couldn't tell you a single thing about any of the stuff that Rudy Giuliani has said
but you have a strong opinion about him being disbarred.
I have not been fed misinformation because I don't look into any of these things. Central bankers that are behind literally every single thing that happens that's negative about Trump. I'll pose a counter vision of what happened on January 6th. So
you acknowledge that the very first people in were people that broke through the windows. We can watch videos on it if you want.
I don't acknowledge that because I don't know.
And how do you have any opinion about this at all?
They were protesting that they were going to certify the election results where
Correct.
they...
To stop the steal. What does that mean? Are you familiar with, like, say, like the Elector plot?
The what?
Like, let's say that was true.
A dragon could have come and landed on the Capitol if we're just talking about, like, make-believe hypotheticals.
Well, every single thing I just said is, like, beyond verified true. Like, it's not, nobody even contests this.
People like Destiny. You know, I watch that guy and he makes me just want to vomit because he sounds smart. He obviously has a raging drug problem. Okay, that guy is eating no food. He is eating lots of uppers, and he thinks he's smart because he talks a lot. He's got his brains going. Brrr. Kick that guy off of his drug.
By the way, just as a heads up, and I know this because of conservative friends I have in the industry, all of these guys do coke like crazy. There's a reason why they're so quick to jump to this. It took me a long time to learn this a long time ago when I, Zerka would always accuse me of doing whatever, like Adderall or whatever. I didn't realize at the time, like 5 or 6 years ago, that so many different streamers abuse amphetamines too. But yeah, this guy is a druggie, 1,000,000,000%. He's that keen to project it. Absolutely.
Binge or whatever, you know, like she's probably on prescription, you know. It's probably just smashing Adderall like it's his job. Take that away and see how smart he sounds, you know. It's very obvious.
Like, it's so funny, like these guys that are new to the scene that yep, that's me. I just appeared 8 months ago. Yep, wasn't here before.
Now you have my full attention.
All right. Do you remember what or do you want to start? Go for it.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean we could just start with I guess we could start with like what I said in the video that I saw that you wanted, well, you were responding to. Essentially the point that I've been making, actually I guess my central thesis about everything related to the world now is that there's been like a gravitational atomic bomb that got thrown into every single issue now.
What the f is that cancer that they drafted? They drafted the utter cancer. Yeah, and they're gonna block my abilities on like 4 different angles. Alloys? Oh my god, to make things worse. They have alloys on the ribbon. Bad enough, they have like Nautilus Samira, the most brained combo. Yasuo pairing up with that brained combo. Oh my god. We found the Mentos. Oh, this is gonna be a fun fucking game. I don't know what chance we got really, but okay.
You have the Zap Zap guy. I don't have all chat on. If he says anything, Diablo Gaming, OGD Prime, I don't have all chat on because I don't want to be a receiver of that one message where I get AFK
In order to reach peak performance, sleep is the #1 priority. That is why you should use our today's sponsor, Manta Sleep Mask. I personally use Manta Sleep Sound Mask to listen to my favorite educational audiobooks, podcasts, and YouTube videos in an extremely comfortable way. You can even sleep sideways to get a perfect max range angle of 46.33 degrees due to very adjustable razor-thin speakers on the sides. Check out Manta Sleep in the description and pin comment and enjoy the video. I am not sure what chance we got here. The matchups are miserable, and we are in relatively high elo right now, top 500 on this server. So this is where matchups start mattering, you know. Even like a Master Samira and Nodus are able to stop this lane if they played correctly. Give me Dark Harvest! Let's go! Let's go, man. Oh shit, it disabled the chat. I see. Wait, how did I disable the chat? Fuck, how did I disable the chat, guys? Hey, yo, I'm trying to disable this shit. I was about to say this bar doesn't seem bad, but then he didn't do the Q through minion. We could have completely fucked this Nodal up. And that's the best way to win this matchup. Son of a bitch. Holy shit, Longsword Meister is already 2-0. Yeah, I don't think I can get fed like I always can in this matchup. Hell, I don't even know if I can win this matchup. My Q didn't go off. Okay. Damn. Nah, no fucking way, man. So much damage. I canceled her mid-air and I still took an insane amount of damage. Where's the stun? Where's the flow stun? Hello? Nice. Nice. Good fucking play, boys. 2v3 breaking him. I need to shove this.
How are we dying 2v3? Guys. 2v3 though? Really? To a fucking ass up with 150 ping? How? All you have to do is farm! I'm gonna move.
What do we deploy? I think it is. Okay, Aloys is only 1 item. I expect him to be 3 items by now, so we're fine. This is winnable, guys. This is winnable. He's only 4 kills in. Pathetic. No problem on winning this game. They have flashes now and ult, which makes this very easily baitable. And that is non-debatable. You know what I mean? I swear to God! That was rough. He did enough. I don't need him to do anything after that. Like, I got the combo, she dies instantly. Okay, only 5 kills on always, guys. Only 5 kills. No problem. It's only 5 kills. Only 7 kills on always. Don't worry about it, guys. Very, very playable for us. Beat always for Tyler? Oh yeah! I would be theoretically helping his race. Ah, that was awesome. Nautilus is on his way. Wow. Threading the needle. I ran it. I fucking ran it down. I ran it down horribly. It's not what I wanted at all. Holy shit! That poor guy's minute, he just got smacked. Bro just got destroyed. Didn't even get a kill, but I don't mind. This Bard seems decent. Syndra is getting the grubbies in the bot turret. They really suck at organizing on the map. They have objective bounties, by the way. They gave us so much. Come on, let's beat Alice. I had 100% win rate against boot campers in Korea. My entire month I was there. And we continue that in the Middle East. This time I'm a little bit of a disadvantage with the ping, but don't worry about it. Ooh, okay, I'm not sure about it, Herald. Not the greatest combo, but not bad pressure. We cannot win extended fight though, after. Nice, back up. Perfect. Now we're spreading them, like we're getting so much in the top lane because they had to send in Riven and she didn't defend anything because we just played like hard pressure. See, we got so many objectives here without a single kill, and that's a high elo power play right there. I respect it. Nobody committed. Nobody died stupidly. Like, we got objectives. We got everything we wanted. Like, this macro is impressive. I'm not gonna lie. People, like, in NA, when you get some kills, when you get some objectives like this, they run it down. As if, like, getting objectives was a precursor to getting kills instead of the other way around. They just forget what they're fighting for. Might be looking to flash. We gotta watch out. Play this slow. I'm not sure why Garen is not going to us. Okay, Bard ult can be sick. Oh, we got him, we got him! I'm not sure why you ulted him. Syndra has to stun here. If Syndra doesn't stun, I'm doomed. Okay, she didn't stun. Huge. I don't know why Bard keeps doing that shit, man. I literally had always killed over there. That's the second time he's denied my combo. He's not a bad player, he just thinks that is a combo on Bard, which is not. If you're playing with mages, that's not a combo. If you're playing like to buy time for your team, sure.
Flash Q, flash ult, something. Fucking go! Push your buttons! Holy shit! There's 4 targets you have flash ult if you have dead little fingers! Yeah, impossible to go in and out!
Ah, you've arrived. Our friend waits you with his
What? Flash Q, flash ult, there are 4 targets in front of your face! The fuck do you mean? That has to be illegal. That has to be fucking illegal, by the way. That direction as well. Yeah. Now, it's impossible to fight that against here.
Shockwave.
Shockwave. Shockwave. Shockwave. Interrupt. Shockwave. 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 Shockwave.
Buffoon. Not even worthy of the fifth strand. Ansrek has eyes everywhere. You'll need to blind him to meet the vizier.
Spawns has fallen. Another spy has fallen. This cannot be. If this distressing trend continues, we will run out of spies. Transformed was once the home of our sacred evolution. Isaac has made a mockery of our tradition.
This! Look how wide this is! How do you queue here? I'm lightheaded. I cannot deal with this. I cannot deal with these players. How are you even Grandmaster?
Okay, my third item, I'm Monster right here. I'll go DK fourth. This is more utility focus. That is a bad solo. Still haven't closed this out. It's gonna be rough to close it up. Ah! Fuck, my bad. Might be alright though. They invested a lot. Oh my god, Grace, what this? I didn't see a move was there. Wait, Darrington? Holy fuck, Garen Dominator. It's him. You're faster than the enemies here. Go Baron, go Baron, go Baron. Don't chase, don't chase, don't chase. Go, 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 go. Are they going to FF? Is the allies gonna FF this, guys? Imagine they FF. Middle East region doesn't FF, though. They're rarely FF. I think this a Moo would not be down to FF. He tried already? Oh, no. I started game 5-1. I told you, he didn't have enough kills. I was happy he's only 5-1. I thought there's a high chance he breaks the entire game as Riven, you know, wins the top and then kills my jungler on, like, perfectly. That's what I was worried about. Him being 5-1 with only Black Cleaver, I was like, okay, chill. That's very chill. I'm down. It's not bot lane bigger than top lane, it's the jungle bigger than anything else. And we have a better jungler, which he didn't thwart. right? Like if I was playing support, I'd be constantly trying to punish their move, which my Bard is doing so somewhat. And if I was like enemy top, I'd be trying to invade and constantly kill our Graves. And if he gets the Graves, he wins. But I mean, there's natural skill of the players where Graves is simply better than a Moon, making all of his attempts to deny. But not that insane, right? Nah, but how the fuck did we live that? She's too low, she's too low. No fucking way. Nice, they're losing the entire base. Bro, this Bard is goated.
Interrupt.
Ah, he's gonna live.
Watch your step.
Aye! He's so fucking tanky! What the hell is this shit? Oh yeah, I don't have the chat. GG well played. My habit to say GG well played. Too strong. I feel bad for Allies, man. I feel bad for him. But then again, Tyler1, you're welcome to subscribe. I got you, Hogan. You will surpass Allies very soon. Penalty applied? Hey, yo, it's not my fault. My PC sucks balls, okay?
Nope, sir. Watch your step.
Perfection can be messy, but worthwhile in the end.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
So persistent. For you, a reward. Witness the unparalleled wonder of transformation. place in my collection. Let me usher you forth. Witness the glory of our ascension.
Watch yours. AOE incoming. AOE incoming. Stat.
Anseric will be absolutely furious when she learns of Isob's demise.